Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? Wow, I can't believe it's already another Wednesday. I hope you are doing well. Today I will be talking about a very common question, and question that I've actually been asked before I started law school and while in law school, but nobody really asked me now that I'm a lawyer. But I'm gonna hop on here and tell you the truth. But before I get into the video, I just want to say hello to new viewers. Welcome so much to my YouTube channel and to my video. I hope you find this video helpful, and give this video a like and hit subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos on law school, on a lawyer's lifestyle, and I also post videos on challenges or maybe big events in my life. So hit that subscribe button, support your girl's channel. So let's get right into the video. So a common question that I get a lot, that I come across a lot, that is just common in the world is, do lawyers make a lot of money? And for those of you who don't know, I'm a lawyer myself. I'm a recent graduate, and I can tell you the truth. So listen up. So my big answer is to this big question is that it depends. So I know a lot of you are gonna be like, is she serious? Like, that's not a straight answer. But let me tell you, it really actually does depend. And fun fact, it depends is a common answer that lawyers like to give because, truthfully, a lot of things depend on a lot of things, right? So it really does depend. And the first thing that it depends on is what one considers like a lot of money. You know, and I think majority of us can consider a six-figure salary to be a high-paying salary. So keeping that in mind, you also have to consider other factors like the number of years of experience the attorney has, whether the attorney is practicing in a big law firm, a medium law firm, or a small law firm. You have to consider location. You know, are you in Boston versus are you in Texas versus are you in California? You have to consider location. And you also have to consider the area of law. You know, there's so many different areas of law out there. Check out my video I posted last week, because I actually posted a video on different types of lawyers out there and what they do. So check that video out. I will post it in the description box as well. But you have to consider, you have to consider the area of law, and you also have to consider like the pay style, like the pay method of the cases that you handle. So each area of law, they have like a different like payment method, which I will touch upon shortly. So let's go through all of them. So number of years of experience. So from my experience and from what I've seen, what I've heard, typically, I'm saying usually, the more experience that you have practicing as an attorney, the higher paid salary that you have. Now, that could be different in some circumstances. For example, if you have maybe an aunt or an uncle who is a lawyer, they have their own law firm, you might already, you might be making some good money. So that's a factor to consider. The fact of whether you're practicing in a big law firm, a medium-sized law firm, or a small law firm truly does matter, you guys. And I can say this from experience. I personally know people, students, newly graduated law school students who pass the bar exam, who get a job in a big law firm in a big city, and 100%, I'm not even lying. Actually, this one girl told me that she makes $200,000 a year, and she just graduated law school. She took the bar exam, and that was what she was offered. And that I truly 100% believe it's because it's a big law firm. They have hundreds of employees, if not 1,000, and it's in Washington, D.C. It's an East Coast state. So I'll touch upon location in a bit. So there you go. Whereas if you work in a smaller law firm or a mid-sized law firm, you're probably not going to be making that much, especially if you just graduated from law school. So the kind of law firm you get into truly does make a difference. So keep that in mind. So area of law. So area of law does make a difference in terms that, maybe some areas, it's more risky than other areas. And so attorneys tend to charge a higher fee. So for example, typically like attorneys who have to go to trial and have to represent you in court and prepare your case for trial charge more than an attorney who doesn't have a job or like practice in an area of law where they don't necessarily go to court. There's definitely a difference in fees depending on your specialty, the area of practice that you do, and the cases that you handle. So that's also another factor to consider. So pay style. What do I mean by pay style? What I mean by pay style, I said that 3 times. What I mean by pay style is that it's typically by area of law. Each area of law tends to have their own like method of receiving payment. So for example, personal injury cases. I handled personal injury cases back in Boston. And I can tell you, majority of personal injury attorneys collect what's called a contingency fee. So what that means is that we only got paid if we win the case. So if we don't win the case, we get absolutely nothing. So basically, if we win a case, we get a percentage of the settlement or the jury verdict. So that's contingency fee basis. That's one form of payment, right? Another form of payment is charged by the hour. So this is, I think, the most common is attorneys charged by the hour, which we get a lot of hate for that because they're like, oh, if I phone call my attorney, he'll charge me for that, which is true. So another form of payment is charging by the case. And this is common from what I've seen in immigration cases, which is the area of law I'm practicing in right now. And I've also seen it in bankruptcy law as well. And there could be other, areas of law that charge by the case. So you also have to consider that because, for example, contingency fee basis, the lawyer probably won't get paid until years later. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, personal injury cases, medical malpractice cases, they don't settle fast. I mean, they can settle or, a trial could be set from anywhere from a year, if you're lucky, before a year, but typically it's between a year and maybe 3 to 4 years. So you have to be okay with not getting paid, that long from that particular case. So, and on to the last factor, which is huge, and it's none other than location. So also from firsthand experience, I can tell you that attorneys make a different let me word that differently. Attorneys earn a different salary, for the same job or similar job with the same experience or similar experience in different states. And what I mean is that if you're in the East Coast, you are most likely making more money as an attorney than if you're here in the South. And I am saying this from personal experience because I'm an attorney, a newly graduated attorney who worked in Boston as an attorney, moved here to a southern state in Texas, working as an attorney. And I can tell you, my salaries do not match. And you could probably guess which way my salary went up or down. Now, I'm not blaming anybody for that, not at all, because it's just part of demographics, right? It's just part of demographics. They say cost of living in the East Coast is much higher than cost of living here in the South. Which, okay, yeah, but now with inflation, it's hard to tell the difference. So back to my answer, do lawyers make a lot of money? The big answer is it depends. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and if you've made it this far, special thanks to you. Thank you so much. And if you haven't hit subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button. So until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay happy, stay warm now that it's getting colder outside, and always be thankful, right? Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.